Thanks for this. Yes, white privilege does exist, but people don't quite understand what it actually means, and that's part of the problem, that people think it's privilege always comes with money. You know, I actually say I live with a little bit of privilege. I do, I always have. Like I said before, I was born in Zimbabwe as a coloured. There was a level of privilege. I also am in Australia, and I'm ambiguous in Australia. And there's not many places in the world I'm ambiguous, but in Australia I'm ambiguous. So there's a certain amount of privilege in that. Okay, so there's lots of privileges, but white privilege exists. And I think we've got to look at your privileges. It's like it's not as obvious as you may think. Like there's pretty privilege. And there's privilege in being wealthy as well. So there's lots of types of privileges. But yes, privilege, white privilege does exist. And I know I'm going to lose followers, but I don't actually care. I don't actually care because I've got to say what I actually think. So the other thing, culture and not sharing culture. Now, this not sharing culture is very much an American thing. Now, I'm known for bashing a particular group of Americans, but I'll bash all of them. America is one of the most segregated places in the world. The more and more I'm on this app, I can actually see that. It is so segregated, and people hold on to, like, America's the only place in the world that identifies themselves as another nation, as another nationality, even though they don't live in that country. They have never lived there, or they've never lived in that continent. So it's very strange. It's very, very strange. Their identity is actually not the culture they live in. And America does have a culture. Somebody said America's a melting pot where it's not a salad bowl, and that's the problem. Where I've been brought up in salad bowls, like a mix of cultures, like no one is like, we all engage, and that's the problem. America is a melting pot but not a salad bowl, and that's half the issue. Sorry, that stopped. So this is part of the problem, that America needs to separate people. Like, they seem to be so separated, and in order to keep your identity, you need to make sure that somebody else doesn't use it. You know, I think people take I actually believe it's a missed opportunity to not, when somebody wants to wear this hair, when somebody wants to braid their hair, it's a missed opportunity to not teach. Like, I see opportunities constantly, and you know, when you're in charge and you're giving something, you're the one directing what information that person's giving, and that's a real learning tool that they're missing out on.